David, great to have you here at the SSE Swalet this afternoon, obviously from East Africa Cricket and Educational Foundation. I wonder firstly if you mind just telling us a little bit about what it is that the charity does.
Yeah, indeed. It's a pleasure to be in Wales at this wonderful stadium. The East Africa Cricket and Educational Foundation is a charity that is essentially attempting to enhance the social and personal community lives of children in Kenya and furthermore into East Africa as we go forward, giving them a better chance in life to succeed both as individuals and members of a community through the conduit of sport, and in this case the sport is cricket.
And what is it about cricket you think that really lends itself to having that programme and that impact on children in Kenya?
Well, cricket is a game like no other in respect of the sort of character development aspects that just being part of a team and part of the game of cricket bring to you almost subconsciously. But our charity and our work is all about actually making people conscious of the character development attributes of the game of cricket and helping to teach those attributes through involvement in the sport.
And I know the programme's obviously been up and running now for about a year. Can you talk me through what a typical week looks like for you guys on the ground in Kenya?
Yeah, indeed. We employ 12 full-time Kenyan men and women who were introduced to the game of cricket maybe 20 odd years ago as 5-year-olds. They're now 25, most of them in their mid-20s. They're level 2 cricket coaches. Most of them have played the game themselves. 2 or 3 of them are Kenya internationals, including the 2 ladies. They both represent Kenya. They spend their working week during the school day working within slum schools in Kenya. In Nairobi, that's where our program is focused to begin with, as part of the PE curriculum within those schools. This is a groundbreaking program. There is no other program like it in Kenya that has managed to persuade the educational authorities in Kenya that being involved in sport and character development should be part of the actual curriculum.
We know, as in East Africa, football's something of a religion, and rugby sevens also has quite a high profile for Kenya. How do you think that, or what do you think the key challenges are in delivering cricket as a sport against those 2 monster sports that exist?
Indeed, they are monster sports, and particularly football. Actually, I don't think it's a unique challenge to Kenya and slum schools in Kenya. But our particular problem is that not many people, despite Kenya reaching the World Cup semi-final a number of years ago, actually know what the game of cricket is, particularly the kids that we started this program with 12 months ago. Most of them had never seen a game of cricket in their lives. So that's the first challenge. The second one is that these kids come from incredibly deprived backgrounds. They have no natural or physical resources in their schools. They have no sporting facilities and incredibly barren grounds. They play on basically what we call murram, which is mud. And obviously they have no cricket equipment. They actually have no football equipment. Now, one of our main challenges is indeed facility. Now, if you have a few plastic bags and a bit of string, you can tie those together and make a football, and 20 or 30 kids can kick the ball around. So actually you can play football without facility. Cricket, we need to provide everything that these kids use, and we have to introduce the game to them from scratch. So I suppose those are our 2 biggest challenges, really.
You've led me on to my next question. I know you said earlier 4,000 children each week being coached by obviously the 12 coaches that you've got in place there. You've got another year to run on the pilot project. Where do you see this developing over the next year, and what support would you need from UK-based individuals, organisations and clubs to achieve that?
Right, well, our plan, as you mentioned, it's a 2-year pilot project, and we're 1 year into the pilot project. At the end of that 2-year pilot project, we have an independent evaluation assessment ongoing, where the statistics and the overview of what we're doing, if it's been successful, and I'd like to say already the headmasters and headmistresses of some of the schools are saying that they can already see that we're having an impact both in the classroom and in kids' character as a result of their involvement in the program. So this is all very exciting and very encouraging for our future plans. Our future plans are to expand the program beyond the 16 schools that we're working with at the moment. And you mentioned last week 4,000 boys and girls in Nairobi. We actually actively coach those kids within their school lessons. The plan is to then expand it into other areas of Kenya and then beyond into other countries within East Africa, because there is cricket in Uganda, as you know, there's cricket in Tanzania, there's cricket in Rwanda, but all of these countries need help in expanding the base of the game.
David, it's been lovely to hear from you today, and we obviously wish you the very best over for next year and look forward to keeping in touch with how the scheme goes.
Thank you very much.